What's up, my Finna loves? It's Miss Finna D coming to you all from Vienna Entertainment News. Portia and Tanya out here acting like they care about Cynthia when it's clear they purposely want Kenya Moore and her to fall out. Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kenya responded, facts. And then Kenya responded to this person, facts always reaching the person who basically wrote that Cynthia is a wine retailer, okay? If y'all can't see, Portia and Tanya are the thickest chicks on this show. Y'all need glasses, goggles, and LASIK. Clearly reaching with this Cynthia and Kenya wine nonsense. Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Kenya responded with that emoji, okay? Cynthia doesn't have to be an expert in her business. She only has to have experts around her. Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kenya responded, that's what I said at the table. Everything doesn't make the cut. The two witches, Portia and Tanya. Ooh, not witches. They are the two most hating, petty, messy, fake broads on TV. Why do they care so much? Grow up. So on the screen right now is a caption from Cynthia Billy. Okay, I'm going to stop my comments reading right there. We're going to read more at the end of the video. I just want to get into it. Okay, so let's talk about this whole Kenya Moore and Cynthia Billy wine situation. All right, if you watch the after show, you will hear Kenya reminding Kandi and basically saying that she suggested Greece not only because it's beautiful, but because her friend is in the wine business. So just think about how hurtful this is. You planned a trip to Greece. Yes, Bravo paid for it. But you chose a trip to Greece, not just to have a free trip, but for your friend who opened a wine cellar to go and get educated. Bravo does not film you having a conversation with Kandi to show how much of an amazing friend you are. You are the reason why your friend is now in Greece for the first time getting educated about wine. Yes, she can go online and stuff like that, but it's nothing like actually being somewhere that have the history. Bravo doesn't show any of that. But yet, they allow two people who despise you to come in the frame and pretend like they are the ones that is all here for Cynthia and is uplifting her and flip the whole thing on you and make you look like the wicked witch once again when you were the reason why your friend was there. And your friend know this. But yet your friend goes in the after show. Now all of a sudden, oh, now she have a problem with Kenya. Oh, now Kenya was wrong. Now she gave Kenya too many passes. I want to break some things down for you because some of you like to make excuses for Cynthia Billy. You pick and choose when to say Cynthia Billy is smart. She knows what she's doing. Don't sleep on Cynthia. And then in the same breath, you turn around and you say, I respect Cynthia. So this is not coming from me. But you have those people who be like, Cynthia act like she's not all there sometimes when it comes to, figuring people out and all of that. So no, Cynthia Billy is very smart. And she knows exactly what she's doing. Yes, I'm going to run this story in the ground, but it's perfect for the example I'm trying to make, so I'm going to make it again. I sound like a broken record, but it's okay. Okay? Cynthia Billy wanted drama. So even though she knows her friend Kenya Moore, and she knows what her friend was going through and how vulnerable her friend was, she suggested that her friend sit down with a woman that she's not here for during her most vulnerable time and discuss personal things about her marriage, because this woman who is in an open marriage and have a side dude and her husband allegedly have a baby coming with some other chick, I'm saying allegedly because it's a rumor, for some reason she have marriage advices for Kenya Moore. Okay, Then Cynthia Bailey did not go back to Kenya and say, hey, I want you to talk to Nene. She basically left her friend in the open to hang and dry because Cynthia Bailey, once again, was looking for drama for the show, but she was doing it and hiding her hand. Okay? Then, of all of the stores Cynthia Bailey could have taken Kenya Moore into, she takes Kenya Moore to the Cookie Lady spot. Cynthia Bailey, the producers, Tanya, they all set up this thing. And once again, Kenya Moore was set up and walked right into it. Okay? Cynthia Bailey is smart to do all of these things behind the scene. She's done more, but I'm going to stop there. Okay, so Cynthia Bailey is smart enough to do all of these things behind the scene and hide her hands so other people can take the fall. So if she's smart enough to play the game like that, then Cynthia Bailey is smart enough at 53 years old to know when her good friend is hurting her feelings or not. It doesn't take two other women who cannot stand her friend to come to her and tell her for her to then feel like, oh my gosh, you know what? You're right. Oh, you know what? Now my feelings are hurt. Now I'm going to ignore you. But before those girls talked to her, it was all good. And that's why I'm not falling for the whole hoopla about this whole wine thing. Okay? Cynthia Bailey, yes, I'm going to keep saying her first and last name. Cynthia talked to Eva during the engagement thing. And Cynthia said, Eva, I don't think Kenya was being malicious. Okay? Cynthia is a grown bleep woman who knows when someone is being shady and malicious and all of that. So you can't pick and choose, oh, she's just one of those people. But then here she is playing the game. She's a very smart woman. Don't sleep on her, okay? Some of you watch the show at face value. I see the deeper things, okay? So because of that, most of you think I'm biased towards Kenya Moore. No, it's just because I look deeper into the situation and I feel like more happened that was cut out, okay? Because Bravo have Kenya Moore in his villain role. Because there's no way, okay? No way Kenya Moore hurt Cynthia Bailey that bad and she will sit there and say, my friend was joking. And then for those of you who might say, well, but Kandi is also Kenya's friend, so why Kandi said what she said? Kandi is entitled to her opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion, and also to, Kandi, really don't have the best rep when it comes to friendship in this group. I mean, someone that she was so close to that she considered a sister, okay, accused her of alleged rape. So after you've experienced something that dramatic, yeah, you'll kind of be looking around to find flaws and issues with things that people do, even when they're not doing anything wrong. What's interesting is that Kandi did the same thing she accused Kenya of in her speak on it. She said that, when anybody, and it's very easy to have your products online or for someone else to host and carry your products in stores, but it's different when you have to pay the mortgage and do this and the third for your business. It's almost like saying Rihanna, who is almost a billionaire, okay, that Sephora and other beauty places carrying Fenty Beauty, that means Rihanna is not making moves, because the last time I checked, Fenty Beauty does not have stores that we can walk into that is dedicated to just Fenty Beauty. But if you go to Sephora and other places, you can get Rihanna products, okay? So Sally Beauty is not over here just giving any and everybody contracts to put their products in their store. Their products have to be amazing, and they have to be doing well on its own, and they have to make sense business-wise before they would make a deal with you to put your products in their store. Okay, so she's accusing Kenya of putting Cynthia down or shading Cynthia, But then she goes and does the same thing, undermining her business and saying, anyone can put your stuff on the shelf and anyone can do this, but it's not the same when you have this, that, and the third. Yes, anyone can rent a building too, all right, and put their own products in that building. So if you are going to give a compliment or defend somebody, then just defend them. But then don't accuse Kenya of shading Cynthia. But then you turn around and you do the same thing, shading Kenya while you're trying to uplift Cynthia. So it's like they're all hypocrites. Well, like I said, I'm just giving my opinion, just like everybody have an opinion. So let's continue. But I'm going to focus on Cynthia and Kenya. She didn't see anything wrong. The other issue that I have with this is, how come Portia gets to pull Nene aside when she's ready to have a conversation? How come Cynthia Billy gets to pull Tanya aside when she was ready to have a conversation and tell Tanya about the whole cookie lady thing? How come Nene gets to go to Cynthia Billy wine cellar and it is just the both of them to have conversations? But why, when it comes to Kenya Moore, Cynthia and Kenya supposed to be this good friend, but every time she addressed her friend, is amongst the group and the girls who have no business being there for the both of them to hash out their issues? Do you notice that? And do you see how uncomfortable Cynthia looks when she's doing that? Can't you see it's production doing this? Production wants her to do this openly. How come everybody else gets to have their private conversation, but this girl or woman can never have a private conversation with her friend? And when I say private, of course on TV we can see it. I'm just talking about away from the group. They did exactly what they did because they were hoping for a blow up. And when the blow up didn't happen, Kenya apologized and they hug it out. That's when Nene jumped in. They were joking. Look at Kenya's face. Laughing. It wasn't shade. Nene and Portia set up everything. They didn't expect Kenya, was going to apologize to Cynthia. And when she wanted to solve her issue with Tanya, everything went wrong with their plan. That is why Nene basically jumped into the whole, situation to try to save it. Nene and Portia didn't want Tanya and Kenya to solve their issue. Bingo. This person wrote, I did say that I was going to do 3 parts. So I'm going to control myself and stay focused on the Cynthia Billy and Kenya Moore situation, because I have so much more to say about the Nene and Kenya, but I want to save that for a different video, okay? Let me just make a few things clear. I'm not saying the way how, it was put on TV didn't make Kenya look like, why is she questioning Cynthia like that and all of that. I'm just saying that I don't watch the show with the same eyes as everybody. I look deeper into things. We always say, we are just giving our opinion. We don't know these people personally. We were not there, and this, that, and the third. Well, a woman who was there, who experienced it, who was right there with Kenya, Cynthia Bailey said, my friend was joking. The way to shut people down when you are really somebody's real friend, the moment you see them coming to whisper to you, you already know it's a mess. So right there, you said, girls, thank you so much for the information, but we good. Have a good night. Thank you. That's how you shut it down. I'm going to give you an example right here. Do you know how many disgusting comments I had to go through before I found the comments about people talking in a positive light about Kenya Moore? Exactly. But if I take my time and go through the comments and collect all of the positive comments and put all of them, together and read all of them for 2 minutes straight, it looks like, wow, okay. People out there saying good things about Kenya, it ain't all that bad. But you have no clue that I had to go through a lot of comments to get to the positive ones and then post them just to shout out those people who, through all of the mess, still see the good in Kenya. So that's my point that I'm trying to make. You don't see all of the negative stuff and nasty stuff I had to go through. All you're hearing are the positive comments that I'm reading about Kenya when I do those videos where I read those comments. But I had to go through hundreds of disgusting comments to get to that. That's what I'm trying to say. Kenya probably said one thing every hour, and Bravo went ahead and condensed all of them together within a less than 60 seconds time span to make it look that bad when it wasn't that bad. And that is so messed up, man, because they had an amazing opportunity to show that this sister went out of her way to support another sister in such an amazing way by suggesting a trip to Greece so her sister can take her business to the next level. But Bravo is so desperate to constantly put black women against each other that once again they missed the mark. They would rather watch Nene behave the way that she behaved, and they would rather see another sisterhood split than to see these amazing black women uplifting each other. And that's the part that is disgusting. And they will continue to lose viewers if they don't get it together, because there are people who can't even finish the episodes anymore because it's too much. We get it. She's your villain. We get it. Okay? But my God, every episode, production, you all are turning people away because you're so desperate for drama that it's becoming toxic. Of course, the ratings will go up and down. I get it. They're not going anywhere. There's a few shows in UK where the stars on the show kill themselves because of how the editing went and that led to cyberbullying and all of that, and those people took their lives. Thank God Kenya Moore is so strong. She's been in this business for a long time and she knows what's up. But dang, come on, man. Do better, Bravo. Like I said, I'm not saying Kenya Moore is a saint. I'm not saying Kenya Moore doesn't have her moments. None of that. I'm just saying I know how these things work, and it wasn't that way. And that's why Cynthia Bailey had absolutely no issue until Bravo made it an issue. Even the scene where it looked like, Kenya is saying Cynthia, and Cynthia trying to make it look like she's ignoring Kenya. I was like, girl, bye. But overall, Kenya still, accomplished what she was going to do. They went to the vineyard and she still purchased wine for Cynthia and all of that. And then Cynthia over there being silly, talking about, I guess the jury is working. I'm like, girl, if you don't take the wine and go sit down somewhere, get on my nerve. Anyways, all jokes aside, I'm wishing the ladies the best. The end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.